Ryan, thanks a lot. Hi, Trevor, hi, Kwag. Trevor, maybe for you or Kwag, you can answer as well. Just the chatter in the change room before you went onto the field first test and after getting onto the park. In terms of the vibe in the stadium with fans in there, how you guys adapted to that, and if you think you handled the occasion of playing in front of fans as a Springboks team good, and if you can do a bit better coming this weekend's second test, please.
Okay. Did you say you wanted a question answer from both, Little?
Yes, just Trevor, your feeling as well, please.
Well, I wasn't on the page, but
Yeah, being in the
yeah,
stadium, yes, you
I
went
was
on.
there supporting the guys. So yeah, it is yeah something we. It's funny enough it's very funny to say you need to adapt to, because obviously the normal for us now was not having fans, but the atmosphere was great. Really kind of enjoyed having fans out there supporting the guys. But I know the guys will always be G'd up and ready to go. So we're just looking forward to improving on our performance and taking it step by step for now.
All right, and Dano, let me say, Trevor, back in the mix this week. What were your thoughts on the set piece, especially the scrum from last week? Franco did reiterate that the set piece was a work on for you guys this week.
Yeah, definitely. It always something that we try to improve on, and obviously there was a few technical things that happened, and obviously it's a tough situation. It's two nations against each other, and we go at each other. So there was a few things that we wanted to work on during this week, and I think we managed to tick those boxes. So obviously some of the things didn't go away, and obviously we'll never be happy about that. But it was small things that we needed to fix, and we can't really point out any single person and say this person did this wrong, but it's the whole group, it's the whole pack that's on the field. So on those things we work very hard this week, and so we're looking forward to this challenge. And even though we will work so hard try to fix those things, we know it's still not going to be easy. So it's going to be a battle, but like Waka said earlier on, we like it tough. We prefer it like that. So we'll go hard at it, and I know they will also do the same. So it's a battle we're looking forward to.
And then for Trevor, I just want to know if it's difficult to switch from tight head to loose head, if there's a certain position you prefer, and if there's a certain position you think you might be better in.
Yeah, for my question, yes. It is kind of tough. It is actually very tough, if I can put it like that. But for me, it's always been. I've played the position. Actually, that's where I actually started when I made my debut for the Springboks. I was actually on loose head, and I had to make the switch to tight head, and obviously it took a few years to get to adjust to playing tight head. But yeah, then moving back to loose head. It is a lot easier when you've got the backing of a pack like this. So I think it's not just me. I think the guys that I have scrumming with me, the backing of the coach, the guys are willing to help. Obviously, like a guy like Steven Kitsoff and Ox, they've been playing that position, I don't know, forever. So we have a little bit of chat here and there and things that I can still improve on. But yeah, it is a very difficult thing to do. But if you have a pack like we have, it becomes a bit much easier, because the guys are always behind you. They're always there to help you and to sort you out. And if you say preferred position, that's a tough one. I remember the other day, Ox and Bongi said, Trevor, you're not a loose head, you're not a tight head, you're a prop. So for me, whether it's loose head or tight head, as long as I can be on the pitch, I'm happy, and I'll give it my all.
Thank you, Trev. Right, Ashfaq Mohammed. No. Okay, Adnan.
Just a question to Trevor, and then I just want to ask Kwacha as well. Trevor, just the Australians, their style of scrumming, how much different is that to what the other countries bring? Because we saw last week they technically they quite different in the sense that they might not be the strongest, but they use certain tactics. I don't want to say unlearned tactics, but just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I think every team have their own system. I think they've got their way of scrumming, and it always they try and impose it on us. So it's always we always try to analyze and figure out what we can do to be able to counter that. And yes, it is a different type of challenge when you play Australia, because you've got different kind, like the likes of Tupou and Alatoa. They both tight heads, but they do certain things a bit different. So that makes the challenge a bit harder in as in analyzing. So the nice thing about working with a coach like Coach Dani at the Springbok, for us, it's we never focus on what the opposition really do. We try and perfect what we want to achieve. So we don't have any tricks coming around doing certain things or trying to take it down or take it up. All we want to do is stick within our system, and we have a strong belief that our system is there it's there to back us. It makes us strong. So for me, yeah, personally, we all believe in one system. We buy into the same system, and it doesn't matter what any other team do. When we stick to our system and we do what we know and what we do best, we always find a way. So that's my take on that.
Ashraf,
I'm back.
what? Yes.
Yes, just to Trevor, you spoke now about the tricks and all these things that the Wallaby props do. And Dion David said early in the week that you guys want to present the right picture to the referee. But sometimes doing that doesn't help, because the referee sort of allows other team to do their thing. So do you think maybe perhaps you guys can also react on the pitch in terms of dealing with the opposition in that way, not always trying to maybe stay squeaky clean, but if they scrum in, then you also scrum in because the referee is allowing it.
Yeah, well, that's a funny question. Actually, like I said not so long ago, we don't train to do anything weird, as in terms of walking around or maybe scrumming to a specific side or doing those kind of things. We focus on specifically how we do things. And if a ref doesn't handle certain things, it's not our place to speak and shout and say whatever he needs to do, because I think he's been given the job because that's what he's good at, and I'm there just to play rugby and stay within the laws. So it's tough when you feel as a prop or as a pack certain things are happening, and you want to take matters into your own hands, but if you try to do that, you actually running away from your system, and that's when things can go to pear shape, because then you'll be doing one thing, but the pack is doing something else, and that's when you really get smashed in a scrum. So like I said, you can do whatever you want. We believe so fully that what we do, if we do it the way we practice it, the way we plan it, it doesn't matter what you do, we will find a way. And we believe that our plan always, it gives you the freedom to express yourself in the scrum. So within our system, we've got ways to deal with a lot of things, a lot of different things that any team can bring. So for us, it's always we follow. Make sure you give the ref the right pictures when we're talking set up and balance and keeping your own weight, and try as best as we can to keep it as straight and show the right pictures. And after that, well, the ref will make whatever decision they have to make. You can't try and take the law into your own hands, because then you'll get punished badly.
Thank you, Trevor. Right, Stephen, now if you have your hand up for a new question, then we will finish off with you.
Hi guys, thanks for chatting to us. Trev, traditionally South Africa is expected to be quite dominant against the Aussie scrum. They came up with 2 big scrums at the end of both halves, which obviously made a difference. You know, the first one at the end of the first half, you guys could have had an exit, but instead the scrum went the other way. And then the one at the end, have you guys taken those, what happened there quite personally as a pack? Has that been a big discussion at all? Because those are obviously 2 crucial scrums at big times in the game.
Yes, definitely. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts for us as a pack. It doesn't matter when and how it happens. For us, we always want to be dominant. Even if the scrum that happened in the halfway line, or even in their own 5 meter, and they managed to get a penalty, it will always hurt us. We always strive to be dominant and to try and get 100%. Scrums that we go in. So it was tough to see that, and we as a team, we knew that we have to come back and look at those pictures and try to understand what actually happened and see if we followed our system and we did what we had spoken about and what we had trained. So we did look at those images, and it's deep in our hearts. It's sore. It's buried in the back of our mind. We know what they're capable of, and we know that they will probably even come very much harder than they did last week. So we prepared for that. We ready for that, and we know it's not just going to be a walkover. But I think Waka said, it will start with momentum, end with momentum, and that's also in the set piece. It will be exactly that. So we'll do all that we can to try and manage that and salvage that, and try to be as dominant as we can.